Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today, let's make a spiral. I prepped the shirt like normal and I have it turned inside out. I also have it turned over where I'm going to begin the spiral on the back side of the shirt. That's not really necessary, you can start the spiral on either side of the shirt. I'm starting the spiral down in the lower portion of the shirt, and as I spin the spiral with one hand, I'm using my other hand to form additional folds in the shirt. Once I have the shirt spiraled, I'm going to hold the folds in place with some rubber bands. To start, on the side where I began the spiral or the back of the shirt, I'm going to divide the shirt into two sections, straight down the middle going through the spiral. Then on the front side of the shirt, I want to divide the shirt into three sections. Again, I'm going to take each one of the lines into the spiral. That will make all of my spirals originate from the same area. Right on the lines on the front side of the shirt, I'm going to place Raven Black from Dharma Trading Company. This will separate the three colors that I'm going to use. By the way, all the colors that I'm using are Dharma Trading Company colors. In one section, I'm adding Lime Pop. I've used the black to separate these three colors because they won't blend well. I'm going to use Deep Orange, Grape, and Lime Pop on the front side of the shirt. And each of these three colors, if I combine them, would make brown. So instead of getting brown where the colors touch each other, I'm going to just place some black in that area. That's a good trick to use if you're mixing or using colors on a shirt that don't usually go well together, is you can place a color that either works with both of those colors or just a darker color there so that you don't see any brown that would mix where those two colors would touch. Then in the other larger section across from the Lime Pop, I'm adding Grape. In the smaller section down at the bottom, I'm going to put Deep Orange. I'm using different colors on the back side of the shirt, so I only want the dye to go about halfway through the shirt. I don't want it going all the way through and saturating all of the back side of the shirt. Now I'm going to turn the shirt over, and on one half of the back side of the shirt, the side that has got part of the orange and all of the purple, I'm going to add Fire Red. I've chosen Fire Red to put on the back because it will go well with the orange and it will go well with the purple or the grape color that I used. I didn't put it on the side that has the Lime Pop because the Fire Red wouldn't blend well with Lime Pop. It would end up forming some brown. Then on the other half of the shirt, I'm adding Raven Black. So what's going to happen is in the spiral, part of the folds are going toward the front of the shirt and part of the folds are going toward the back of the shirt. So on one side of the shirt, I'm adding the lime pop, grape, and orange. And then the folds that kind of go in between those are where I'm adding the fire red and the black. So you will see the fire red and the black coming up in between the three colors that I put on the front. So when I turned the shirt back over, I must have gotten some of the black dye on my dyeing rack and it got onto the orange area. I'm a little bummed about that, but hopefully it won't look bad on the shirt when it's finished. I put the shirt aside and I allowed it to process for at least 24 hours. Then to rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water. I'm rinsing it in cold water to get the soda ash out of the shirt. And I'm holding it up for the first portion of rinsing it because I don't want to get any of those really dark colors from the back onto the brighter colors on the front. Once I have most or almost all of the soda ash rinsed out, then I'm not concerned about placing the shirt down into my sink, but I don't want any of that color transfer onto the lighter colors. As you can see, the color coming off of the shirt is a pretty yucky brown color because the colors don't blend well. If I still had quite a bit of soda ash left in the shirt, some of that color could actually transfer onto the colors on the front side of the shirt. Once the soda ash is rinsed out of the shirt though, the likelihood of that happening is a lot lower. I mean, I guess it could still happen if there's traces of soda ash left in there, but probably not. Also, if you leave your shirt and allow it to process long enough, about 48 hours or more, there's not very much active dye left in the shirt. So at that point, even if there was some soda ash left in the shirt, the dye probably wouldn't bond with the shirt in another area. So after rinsing in cold, I untied the shirt and gradually warmed the water up to hot. I rinse or I soak in hot water to get out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the shirt. I personally prefer to go ahead and soak my shirt in really super hot water with a little bit of Dawn dish detergent down in the water instead of just continuing to rinse. Then when the water cools off, I come back and change out the water and continue that process until the water is almost clear. Once the water is almost clear, I put the shirt into my washing machine and wash it using a hot water cycle along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. Then after the shirt's been washed and dried, this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? So I was going for something that was a little funky and unusual, and I actually think I nailed it. This is definitely funky and unusual. I've used the purple, lime, and orange before, but I've only used it with black. I've never added in the red, and for some reason, every time I look at this shirt, I think of a bloodshot eyeball. I'm not quite sure why, but that's the thought that always comes to me every time I look at it. I think it's good though for a spooky spiral. I also like the way that I have red and black both going through the orange. Remember, I split the orange right down the middle with that line. I did end up with a little bit of kind of brown type color right where the orange and the green meet, but not a lot. With as much black as I have on this shirt, it's not that noticeable. So I made this shirt specifically for Halloween, and I think it works great for that. But what do you guys think? Drop me a comment down below and let me know how you feel about this shirt. And I sure would appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.